So we're still in the calm space, that factor of awakening that is so essential. They're all essential. You know, they're none of them are just, wouldn't it be nice if, and calm is another one of those, and it's a challenging one for us, as we know. And there are two kinds of, uh, you might say two kinds of calm, or two contexts in which calm arises. The one that we're most familiar with, and mostly our association to calm, is the kind of calm when there's not much else arising, the kind of peace of mind where nothing is arising, not much is arising, is spacious, a lot of space maybe, not too much going on in the mind. That, okay, that's one kind of calm, one context for calm. Hmm? No, it's not so easy. We can touch into that one though. There are moments when we can touch into that one. But the other kind of calm is the kind that arises in the midst of experience. Kind of like the eye, you could say like the eye of a hurricane, it's simply the calm. There's a lot going on, but it's not agitating. But it's not agitating. You know, there's a lot going on, but within that, there's a settled or a centered kind of awareness that's not agitated, that also is not trying to get rid of some things, that isn't jumpy, isn't jumpy, isn't restless, but it's also not trying to overmanage what's arising, what's arising. Yeah. And it's very important to understand the difference. And actually, that's the kind that the Buddha was ultimately more. He did cultivate the deep calm that comes from states of concentration. Yeah, there is a deep calm that comes with concentration, and in that concentration, there is a sense that not so much. It does really, at a certain point, does start to really feel like a port in the storm. There's really not much going on. In fact, even the storm goes away, starts to go away. It's this is this is calm. Yeah, yeah. The Buddha also said that wasn't the place where real insight and understanding and the kind of peace that we really need is the peace in the midst. And it was when he came out of concentration, and he did more open awareness practice, that he developed also that calm in the midst of experience, right? The non-reactivity, the calm, the non-striving, the non-over-managing of experience, you know. And that kind of calm is close. It's like cousin of equanimity, because in here, there's just not so much reactivity. There's just not so much reactivity to what's arising. And it's true, an element of calm, very much connected with that kind of equanimity, And there are a couple times that we emphasize that. One is in the beginning of a guided meditation, when we emphasize the settling. We even say settling, calming, relaxing, in the setting up of the holding environment, right? There's still a lot going on there. There are a lot of moving parts, but we're trying to develop a calm as part of the holding environment. And you'll also notice that at the end of meditation, right? Often, not always, but often we'll say, just in the last few minutes of the meditation, just settle back, right? Settle back and receive and let experience come to you. And what we're suggesting there is taking that part of us that's still trying to manage, trying to organize or manage our experience, take the hands off the wheel. No? I'm reminded of John Lennon's phrase, I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. Yeah, that place that we've all touched into briefly, but we want to cultivate that kind of calm as well. Well, yeah, there's a lot going on there, but I'm taking my hands off of the wheel. And the mind, there's the aquarium. There's a lot of fishes swimming around in the aquarium, right? Um, but we're not agitated. We're not agitated by all of that. Yeah? We're not agitated by all of that. The very important aspect of calm is that calm in the midst of, in the midst of. I sometimes think of if you had a jar of water that had some silt or murky stuff in there, the best way to settle that water you just put the thing down, right? And sometimes we can be over eager when we sit down when we sit down in meditation to try and get calm, to try and manage to get calm. From time to time, I will sometimes do this. I just imagine that the mind is a snow globe. Yeah. And that there's a lot going on there. And it's like, wait a minute, leaning into it and wanting to shake it up a little bit is not the way to settle. But it's not intuitive. We still think we want to get it. We must need to get in there and do something, right, to calm the mind, as opposed to just settle back a little bit more, just soften the breath, rather than trying to get in there with the mind to try to soften the mind. Yeah, take the hands off the wheel. Let the horses run a little, and then let it settle on its own. Let everything settle on its own. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah. We often talk about the art of the practice. There are several arts to the practice, There are several moves that we want to learn. And this is one of them. This is one of them. And it's an important one. And it's a little bit counterintuitive because we're so used to getting in, getting more involved in one way or another in our experience. And this is a slightly different move, right? Slightly different move. Just, yeah, yeah. So another important aspect, like I said, a context or a dimension of calm in the midst, right? Yeah. And what a wonderful skill set that is, because, you know, there's a lot of wild energies out there. The world's on fire in different ways. There's a lot coming at us, and learning that skill of being able to drop into calm at least brief periods, yeah. Very useful, very, very important as we move through the world. So we encourage you to play with that as well. So thank you. Let's all practice together. And we'll open up the body a little bit first, okay? And when you're ready, it's beginning to slow down. Lightly close the eyes. There is the breath already moving. Already moving. Orienting toward an even more breath. And also toward calming, softening, softening the breath. When you find your mind spinning away into some kind of cognitive drift, just gently but willingly returning to the moment, to the next breath, to this breath. As if this next breath were really quite precious, worthy of your full attention, your heartfelt attention. in the last few minutes, settling back, taking hands off the wheel.